Okay, 2 more weeks, Slings family. Jeff Cranford back here with you. We're going to kind of starting to put a little button on this whole idea. It's not just an idea. It's again, the assurance of things hoped for, the kind of conviction of things we cannot see. Faith is, again, let's restate, the entry into an unseen realm. How do we enter? Well, Abel showed us blood sacrifice. How do we enter? Once we get there, and what do we do? Well, it's impossible to please God, because we have to believe that he's on the other side of this curtain, if you will, that we unzip through the blood. And then what? And, well, we must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. We have to believe that God is a rewarder. He puts something out there in the future. He gives us a vision. Through that, we use our imaging process, our imagination, and we move toward that. And we walk a life that doesn't make sense to people in the seen realm. There's no way to take part in the cosmic restoration project without looking weird to people that only operate in the seen realm. It's impossible. If you're trying to straddle those two worlds and have nobody think that you're strange or that you're doing weird things, that's not going to happen. There is no way. Because, well, it's an exiting. We're exiting that other world, and obviously that sometimes we get ridiculed. Well, that's exactly what happened with Moses. I want to take you down here to Moses. By faith, verse 23 of Hebrews 11. Moses, when he was born, was hidden for 3 months by his parents. Here they are, taking part in this restoration project. They saw he was beautiful, and they were not afraid. So it takes courage. These are things that we're learning, how to operate in this. This is not just about salvation. Salvation doesn't just take it doesn't take courage just to go out and say a sinner's prayer and then go back to your life in the seen realm. It takes courage to enter into that realm. And it goes on, verse 25, choosing rather to endure ill treatment with the people of God than to enjoy the passing pleasures of sin. This is what Moses did by faith. The passion. These are passing. This is temporal. It's transient. We just want to enjoy this over here. We're never going to enter that world. You can't. You just never will. You'll be trying to build your house here, but this house doesn't endure. It has no foundations. That's what it says. And it goes on in verse 26. Do you think people are going to mock you for this kind of a life? Moses considered the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures of Egypt. Egypt is a type of the world. And it says, for he was looking to the reward. Well, you're not supposed to think about rewards. Well, Moses is being commended to look forward to the reward. Why? By faith he left Egypt, and he didn't fear the wrath of the king, and he endured as seeing him who is unseen. See, what it's saying is this: Moses is like he's entering this realm, and he's over here, he still can't see God. He's not visible to the human eye. And yet his interactions with him become more real than interactions over here. Things function well in this world. They don't function well in this. You wonder, why is there evil in a good God? Because God's operating in this unseen realm. Everything works according to his plans in the seen realm. But remember, that doesn't mean we're not going to have persecution and strife and tribulation. Why? Because we're still in this. We're in it, in the seen realm, but we're not of it. We're not of it. Again, you get some strange pictures here, folks, with think about Isaac. All it says about Isaac is that he blessed his kids. By faith, he blessed his kids. That's so strange. Why is that? That didn't seem like some big, huge thing that he did. Why? That's his contribution into among many things, his contribution into the cosmic restoration process. That was an act of faith because he was looking to the future. You don't bless your kids and think about, what Abraham, your father, is talking about, this promise. He's blessing him because he's believing into the promise that his father had been given. Joseph blessed. It says, by faith he blessed his kids. He leaned on his staff, and then he said, make sure and take my bones and don't leave them here in Egypt. You take them. I think he was thinking about the resurrection. Maybe Joseph was one of those that when Jesus was raised, it says that there were others that were seen around the city that had been raised as well. I don't know. That's a little bit speculative, but I wonder if he was looking forward to resurrection. And we get more. What happened? The Israelites and Moses' parents and the courage that they had. And well, the Israelites obeyed. How? Verse 29, by faith they passed through the Red Sea as though they were passing through dry land. And the Egyptians, when they attempted it, were drowned. That's a picture of baptism, Paul says in 1 Corinthians 10. So they were going to leave Egypt. They were going to go through their baptism. And they went out, what? And then into the wilderness. By faith, the walls of Jericho fell down. And it just begins to build. And you can see Paul saying, I'm not going to mention everybody. It would take forever. But there are a lot of people that are involved in this cosmic restoration project. And again, I'm asking you the question, are you involved? Have you come out of this seen realm? And have you gone through the blood? Have you gone through your baptism? Are you operating effectively in the unseen realm? Or are you just religious? Do you just go to church? You don't want that kind of life. It's dull, it's boring, it's tedious. This life is exciting. It costs, but it's exciting. Okay, we're going to conclude this study next week, and we're going to get this something extraordinary that we're going to find out next week that will just, I think, boggle your mind. Have a great day.